Everybody, Gingershadow here, and welcome back to the Minecraft mod review with me. And today we're back looking at solo leveling mod because, well, yeah, the anime's out, and it's had a few updates since I last looked at it, and since I've now done playing my latest slime mod series, because the Tensor slime mod was, awesome fun. So I better go look at some of the other mods that have updated in the meantime. Solo leveling's been getting quite regular updates. Funny enough, it's been getting a bunch of little bits, little changes, little bits, items, and little menu changes and skill balances and dim. Alright, solo leveling mod. It's for Minecraft 1.20.1. And essentially it's one of those ones where you come in, you get powers, you do solo leveling stuff similar to the... Now, I will mention straight away, it follows the webcomic. In the sense that, yeah, if you go deep enough into this mod, you will get spoilers. You may not be able to make any sense of them, but they're there. So, that's the thing to be aware of with this mod. It's, similar to, like, Jujutsu Kaisen mod, Demon Slayer mod and stuff. It goes to the very end, in a sense. In a manner of speaking, it's not got everything in at this stage, but it has, endgame things floating around, not the very end game, but whatever. So that's just a slight warning. I'll be trying to focus on the non-spoilery stuff, aka the anime stuff, to start off, but I might go into the spoilery stuff later on, but I'll try and warn before I do. Just so everyone's aware. But right, anyway... So, one thing. I joined the world. I was not awoken yet. I am now. So, I've now got, like, skill 1, 30 mana, dum-ba-dum. I didn't start with that, though. I came in, I had nothing, and I was actually confused for a second. So, I'm like, wait, how did I get my thing? Then I just awoke. Randomly, as I walk around. So, it seems to just be a thing of you randomly awaken as you're going around the place. Okay. So, as for buttons, the mod's a bit weird with this, because you'd think it'd have its own little section saying solo leveling, but no. The buttons for this are all in the miscellaneous, or not in order. They're all kind of all over the place. But there's the open menu button, there is the select skill button, there is the lock on, which has never been good. I always check it, but it's never been good. I don't like the lock on in this, so I never use it. And then there's the skill button. Cool. But yeah, most important part of that, the menu, open menu, and yeah, your stats. So when you first start, you'll awaken, you will start with a random level, you have XP. The only way to gain XP is to kill mobs from the gates. Killing regular Minecraft mobs does nothing for you. You have 5 different stats, being Sense, Intelligence, Vitality, Agility, and Strength, and it gives you a kind of general idea of what each one does. So Strength increases your damage, melee stuff, makes sense. Agility increases your speed. It also... I believe gives you a slight dodge chance when you're fighting against enemies. There's a chance you'll dodge them. Vitality increases your health, which, it used to be, your health never actually went up, it just made you more durable. I believe they've changed it so now your health actually just goes up. Well, I currently have normal health. If I put my 7 points into Vitality... No, my health hasn't gone up. Okay. I don't know if it does give you more hearts then. Hard to say. Well, either way. There is your mana, so, or intelligence to increase your mana, which you'll need to activate skills and things, whether it be magical or non-magical, it still requires mana, so it's still always going to be a useful skill. And there's your sense skill, which for a while wasn't very useful. They're making changes to try and make it more useful, which in a sense means they're taking away certain things that were already in and, like, changing how certain things work. In the sense that, so... You're going to want to go and find a gate. Probably not straight away, because if you run in like this, you will die. You have nothing. The mobs in there will destroy you. That is how this goes. You're going to want regular Minecraft stuff to start you off, and then try and build yourself up to the solo leveling stuff. But, yeah, normally, when a gate opens, it'll tell you in chat, gate is open at XYZ coordinates. It no longer does that. Now, if you want to find a gate and things, you need a different piece of equipment for it, which honestly is more in line with how the show works, because... Normally, hunters don't sense gates. They're normally told about it via a certain thing. You know what, let's just grab that certain thing, because it's a brand new item. Ignore that other stuff right now. We've got phones in this game now. You'd think that was a phone. That's an energy meter. That's how they read how much energy is in the gate. There are phones in this now, so that's the thing. You don't get given it at the start, though. I genuinely feel like they should probably just give you it at the start, though. Because, like, what do you need for it? You need a whole load of leadstone and a whole bunch of glowstone. For a device that's supposed to be, pretty regular common solo level, I just feel like somebody should just give you at the start, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, what you have is phone, and phone essentially tells you your location, and it tells you where the nearest gate is, and it goes by coordinates. It essentially gives you, like, a little map to try and give you a rough idea where the gate's meant to be from where you are. So it's saying there's a gate over there, and I know there is because I've already marked it, but, yeah, that's essentially how this thing's working. I would assume the idea is maybe because normally hunters find their gates via online posts or like by the Hunter Association posting stuff, like junk like that. So it makes sense. It also technically means if you're playing on a server, it means everyone's not swarming all to the one gate, because not everyone's necessarily going to know where it is. You have your phone. I believe, though, this sense skill will affect how far away you can locate gates. I believe is the implication from the mod page. So the sense skill is now actually useful for locating gates longer range and for locating enemies, because it'll give you little markers telling you when enemies are nearby. Which, given now it doesn't tell you when a gate opens, you're going to be less aware when a dungeon break happens, because that thing, after like 20 minutes or something, will just open up. And mobs will come flying out. And at that point, yeah, if you're not prepared, you'd be in danger, because you have no idea what's going to be in there. But anyway, quickly just looking over the other menu stuff. A couple other things are in here. Skill tab. There are a few different skills in the mod. Essentially, it looks like there's like branching trees. Essentially, that's it. There's like different classes that you can end up becoming. Currently, right now, I've got no class, but you do eventually the job change quest, and you'd obtain a class. Or there's one other sneaky method of getting class. But yeah, when you get your class, you unlock skills, and every like 10 levels after that, you unlock another skill, which there's some interesting skills in there. Aside from that, though, there's also skills you'd obtain from runes. We've seen runes from the anime, like, twice or something. Or once, or twice, I forget. No, yeah, twice, maybe. Or did you just get given our skill? We've seen at least one where you got the stealth skill. I forget if we got runes for any of the other skills. But, yeah, basically there's runes. Runes can drop from bosses, they give you extra skills, cool. The menu, unfortunately, so when you go into a tab, it doesn't actually have a way to back out. So you just kind of get stuck exiting the menu entirely, which is unfortunate. There's a shop, so if you sell your mana crystals and stuff you collect from dungeons, monster drops and stuff, you can buy your regular Minecraft stuff. If you can get money, you have some money to start with, you can buy a sword and just hope. The shop's been updated, though. It used to be more simple. Now you can actually search for a specific item you want, if you want to just do it that way. Or, yeah, you can click armor only or weapon only. This is handy because the shop is arrowed going over one by one to find items. But, I mean, yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. Some items that you're going to want to upgrade to and stuff. Of course, the best items, weapon-wise, are boss drops. Okay, so now I've got the settings tab, which lets you essentially just play with a couple of things here. So, get the various toggles and things. So, yeah, show damage. A lot of this kind of comes down to the idea of your sense skill and your agility and stuff like that. If you start getting quicker with agility, you can turn your speed down so you don't run as quick. You can turn on or off your daily quest because it can be annoying because you don't want to do it. Fair enough. There's show your class in guilds. I guess if you want to hide your stuff, and then yeah, the sense skill. If you find it annoying, have a little bit flicker on your screen for senses and stuff. You could turn that stuff off. These are all nice little bits. Optional. Speaking of quests, so you'll start with a couple of quests. We have the quest to go hunt some goblins, and you have the quest to do your daily quest, which is run 1,000 blocks and do 100 squats. This quest lasts IRL 24 hours, typically, so you have tons of time to do it, but I think you can change the config to make it actually Minecraft days if you choose, so that's a thing. Don't do the daily quest, you go to the penalty zone. Guilds, you can build a guild, have allies in guilds, pay a guild when you complete quests. It's fairly simple. It's just a fun thing to do if you're with allies. I'm pretty sure though also if you're in a guild you don't hit your allies in the back, which is handy if you're like, you know, fighting in a dungeon together. And there's title selection, kill things, you earn titles, get bonuses. Same as the show. But yeah, so menu, simple enough. Items. There's a bunch of random little block ones here that don't have to build them. What do they do? I'm not entirely sure. In some cases, like the mage I've never really found a use for. Energy banks, same kind of do. Yeah, there's like the quarry and stuff. So yeah, the quarry and stuff. There's the elevator pillow. There's the elevator button. There's some technical blocks in here. I think what most interesting one of them is probably the trade blocks. You can set up to trade with other people on the server. That's cool. I think that they've added in tables and chairs. I also did put ceiling lights in. That was a thing too. They're done apparently. So yeah, they're putting in more decorative stuff now because apparently there's actually a city that spawns in the world now. There's no /locate command to find it though. As for items, there's mana crystals. You'll find them in the floors of dungeons. There's the other magic crystals. They drop from mobs. There's the energy meter. You can buy that in the store thing. That'll just basically tell you what your current level is as a rank in level. You can scan other people, other players to check their level, or you can scan gates and it'll give you a rough idea of how powerful the gate is, which is handy. Or from the outside, it'll tell you how long until the dungeon break happens. There's the runestones. You can get them from bosses. You right-click it. You obtain a skill. Awesome. There are these new things called protection crystals. It says +5 vitality, tools and utilities. I Like, go in one of these it's not one of these things. No, you're supposed to, I guess you're supposed to click it, but it does seem like, yeah, you're supposed to, like, I guess, yeah, it gives you a defense buff and a regeneration buff. Okay. I guess it just heals by the +5 vitality. It just heals you by +5. So it's like eating a notch apple, I guess. And then you have the keys. They are rewards for completing quests and getting to high levels and things. So those will just appear in your inventory over time. The S rank key, though, is absolutely the tower, flamey hell place that you see in the anime. And yeah, you can climb the floors, fight demons, and eventually fight against the Demon King. The old keys are a spoilery thing. We're going to ignore those for now. Weapons and armor. There's only one set of armor, which is a shame because it's called dragon armor. You're kind of dragon look. It's alright. It's like defensively, it's pretty good. It's alright. I like their clothes, preferably, but never mind. But yeah, there's a variety of different weapons. There's a slight animation thing, so we do like Kasakas? The giant snake's dagger. There's a slight animation thing for swinging stuff. They put some animation bits in, so that's the thing you can do. But yeah, there's basically just a bunch of different random items. Some of them are just random items for the sake of, you know, magic stuff for a magic user. If you want to be a magic user, there's a bow, there's a spear if you want a different fighting style, because a spear, you know, you can hit from a bit further away and stuff is the implication. And just for variety's sake. Then yeah, you've got some of the more unique weaponry, like, yeah, the Night Killer, which you buy in the store. It does armor piercing. Then there's some of, like, the bigger weapons, like, oh, it's a Demon King's longsword. There's Demon King dagger. There's a Chemist dagger. That stuff doesn't make any sense, because it's don't worry about it. There's the Magic Orb. The Orb of Avarice, whatever it's called, doubles your magic damage. That's really good if you're a magic caster. There's the Reaper Sword. It has a lifesteal property, so you hit something, you gain some energy back. Silver Spear, bigger range, dash to click. Large Axe does a shockwave attack. There's basically some fun weapons to do some bits with. Most of this stuff has been in here before. I can't use it right now, apparently. Okay. Then there is, going further in, there's Baraka's dagger, which it's pretty cool. It's an Ice Elf dagger. Makes you quicker while you're holding it. It's a noticeable speed increase. That's quite nice. Then there's the necklaces. These things are awesome because just being in your inventory, they just give you power. So I just gain like +10 vitality for having this necklace on. Cool. The protect amulet reduces damage. Then there's some of the newer stuff here, which I don't remember. There's the katana. Cool. I forget if this was in before, or if it's how new it is. Does 50% piercing damage, so that's neat because I think up until that point, yeah, the Night Killer was the best armor pierce. It's slightly better, so that's awesome. The Immortality Necklace, this one I don't remember. For Immortality, it reduces damage by 20%. So it's better than the Protection Amulet. I don't have to stack, but you get both of them in there. There's a hammer, which I remember being in before. You have a bonk hammer, cool. The Fire Staff, this is new too, which is cool because the Fire Mage is actually a really good class in this. Increases damage output by 35%. I don't know if you can stack, like, have both of these on together, like, increase your damage massively, but yeah, they're there. There's the Antares daggers. Don't worry about, it's just a nice dagger, that is. Looks cool, actually, as well. There's a bunch of cool daggers. Then, yeah, Demon Lord daggers. Some of the daggers work in pairs, so in some cases, like, have two as a set, and, yeah, they'll do way more damage, but yeah, there's some cool weaponry in here. Most of them are daggers, though, because protagonists be how we be. Alright, before I go to the mobs, I'm gonna go look. At a gate. Gonna go look at thing. Actually, where's my energy mirror? There it is. Can test this out as well. Energy mirror. Pop over this thing. Click near it. It tells me the fact that there are 17 minutes until dungeon break. So, while dungeon breaks can absolutely occur after like 20 minutes, the timer only takes down while they're loaded in chunk. So if you're obviously out of chunk from a gate, it's not gonna open. So it's only really relevant if a gate opens near where you live. But anyway, if you jump in a gate. There we go, but that was odd. Oh my god, they took the lights out. Oh my god, those jerks. They took the lights out. There used to be torches on the wall. What did they do? You know what, feck it. This is why I have the artifacts mod in for. Night vision goggles, go! That's a bit better. Yeah, so, yeah, you go in a gate. This is maybe the exit for the gate, so you just click the block here if you want to leave. And, yeah, basically a random gate will load in. Depending on the config, the gate will either be tailored to your level, or it will be random entirely. If you want to survive, you probably want it tailored to your level. That means early on you're going to find goblin gates, which have a variety of goblins inside it, along with, probably a hobgoblin boss. A very simple type dungeon, but even then, still challenging because, you know, level 22 says 35 HP. Yeah, these guys, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and they hurt. Until you have a bit of power behind you, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with them. But yeah, essentially, you can run around the entire dungeon, kill them all, gain their mana crystals, dig up the mana crystals on the floor if there's any, and yeah, basically then just sell it all and then get better equipment. Is the general idea. Plus, as you kill stuff, you'll level up. So, I take Better Dagger, because Better Dagger does heaps of damage because it's from way later in the game. Yeah, I can just destroy these guys. I actually quite like how the damage thing's popping up. That's slightly different from how it used to work. I never used to do that whole fade and move thing. But yeah, so when you defeat an enemy, a skull pops down with a smoke popping out of it. That's there for a reason. If you haven't guessed, yeah, that's for if you become the protagonist class, you know. But yeah, goblins don't give a lot of XP. If your level goes too far ahead of the thing you're fighting, you'll get less XP from it as well. It ends up just becoming less XP. There we just got a quest clear. By clearing the goblin quest, it then switches over to, alright, now we'll go hunt golems. I think you also get a bonus. Also, this daily quest. If I do 100 squats and complete the daily quest, that will give me a bonus XP as well, which is nice. Also, by leveling up there, my mana just went up. I went up from 30 to 37. I don't think a daily quest tells you when it's done. I think I'm done at this point. Just quickly check, and yeah, daily quest is done. So, yeah, there is a thing for going double over the daily quest, but I think you have to be a certain level to start triggering that. Okay, so there's the lock-on feature. It's very, no, it's not, no, I'm good. We don't want the lock-on feature. But yeah, anyway, so, I keep clicking because I keep thinking it's the menu button. So, when you ever level up, you may notice some of my stats have changed. I had intelligence of 3, strength of 3, and a vitality 10 before. Now it's 4, 11, and 4. My agility and my sense is unchanged. So whenever you level up, your intelligence, vitality, and strength gain 1 point as well. Cool. Your sense and agility does not, for whatever reason. I don't know why they don't get points like the rest, but they don't. But yeah, at this point, if I wanted to, I could increase stats of things. I could put on my sense skill, for example, and try and make it better. It doesn't do anything for the first bit. You need to put a few points into it for it to actually start doing stuff. But yeah, let's say you don't care about the goblins. You can, in fact, just go into the boss. If you can make it through the hordes of goblins, you could just go kill the boss to close the gate. Because technically, the boss is the only thing that needs to get killed to have the quest, quote-unquote, be finished, or the gate to be finished. So, if you're strong enough, you can just ignore the goblins, run over to the big guy at the end, swipe. Wow, he's taking hits way better. With that, we leveled up. With that, we also defeated the dungeon. With that, we also got, magic crystals, different magic values. Cool. And, yeah, we can just leave. Oh, there we go. So, as another thing, I just put more points in a sense. Every 5 levels, so every time you level up, you get 2 skill points. Every 5 levels, you get 3. I don't know why. By getting my sense up to 6, the game is now highlighting the goblins with little markers above their heads. Cool. I guess handy if you're in the dark or something. I have a health bar mod in, so I can kind of, see stuff ahead of time that I'm not probably supposed to be able to see, because this mod has its own health bar system, so arguably I shouldn't have a health bar thing in this mod to make it, the sense will make more sense. But anyway, leave the dungeon shuts. But yeah, so that was a simple goblin dungeon. As you level up, bigger, stronger, scarier dungeons will just open up as well. As long as it's going tailored to your level. And then you can get mixed dungeons. So you can get dungeons with a mix of different creatures slung in together and junk like that. There's not a huge number of different dungeons, but like there is a mix up of different dungeons. And like they do like get way harder as time goes by, especially if you're on your own, because you have 1 health bar and there's a lot of mobs. And the first, like the goblins and the golems, not too big a deal. Yeah, when you get to the ice elves, bit of a different situation. But yeah, speaking of mobs, grabbing a couple of different mobs from the thing. Also, there is a spawn egg for gates, so if you just want to spawn a gate in, you totally can. But yeah, if you saw some of the spawn eggs and stuff for some of the mobs you can come across, yeah, there's Skull, there is basic Goblin. Then there's the Golems, that's then an upgrade after the Goblin. Give better XP and dum-ba-dum, because... Oh yeah, and they have better armor, so you probably want a Pierce Weapon, like the Night Killer does really well against them. Whereas I'm using a decently strong dagger. Doesn't matter to them. You want to use like the Night Killer or the Katana against them, because... thing. armor. That said, though, there is a fun thing. Dual wielding in this is actually quite efficient, because I'm pretty sure if I take the katana and I put it in... Actually, they may not work with the katana offhand, but if I take the Night Killer, unless they've changed this, you can take, like, the Night Killer, put it in your offhand, or in your main hand, whatever, and it should apply the piercing, I think? No. Or yes. Well, it's doing more than that did. How much does it do? How much does it do with the Night Killer in hand? Okay, maybe it's not doing it. Or maybe it is, and I'm just not mathing correct. Numbers, either way. There was a whole thing of if you dual stuff, it can take some of the passive effects. I think, like, my personal favorite combo was having the Night Killer in my main hand for piercing, and then having... because daggers swing quicker, and having the Reaper Sword in my offhand, because it gave a life drain ability, because mobs hurt in this. Anyway, going from there, there's a spider boss. It's level 30. There's a serpent boss. It's level 43. These are bosses you can find at the end of dungeons. It's also a boss golem. It's different from the regular golem because, you know, it's got boss in its name. And it, you know, floats and attacks you and pursues you and stuff. And then there's the Steel Fang lichens, which, yeah, so... Serpents and spiders, they just sort of show up wherever they fancy. But I believe these chaps are literally the step up from the golems. Step up from the wolves, we have the undead. So these guys are, well, they're tanky, essentially. They can take hits very well. There's the ice elves, who are terrifying. They have a fun little quirk. So ice elves, you know, less health than the undead and stuff. You wouldn't think, oh, that's not too bad. No, they are terrifying. So one, they're very quick. Two, they have this fun sense thing they can do. So if you're with a group, for example, or even if you're not, if you fall below half HP while ice elves are in the area, they will swarm you. They basically they do their quirk from the show where they attack the weakest person. So if you're with a group and your health falls below half, they will target you. I mean, it's brilliantly sinister, but if you don't know about it, you can just suddenly be fighting them, and all of a sudden the whole group just swarm you, because all the ones nearby suddenly come looking for you. There's also, yeah, Ice Elf boss, who's even stronger than regular Ice Elf. Cool. There are wild demons from the old demon castle. Neat. The demon guards, who I think we just saw in the latest episode and stuff, so yeah, slightly stronger demons and things. Cool. There's the centipedes. Yeah, so if you go to the penalty zone, that's what's waiting on you. If you don't do your daily quest, you have fun. I think they're quicker than before, too. Looking at him move around, I'm pretty sure he's quicker than what he used to be. Because I don't think he was so quick before. Also, ice bears. They're cool. And from there, you would have probably seen a bunch of these guys already, but there's various goblins and such. This guy looks... I don't remember this guy. This guy is Hobgoblin Club, so I guess a slightly more advanced goblin. I'd never seen this guy before, so he's pretty much new. Hobgoblin Assassin, or it's new models. It's just new models for the other things. But yeah, there's basic goblins. I guess there's hobgoblins, which are slightly stronger goblins. I guess after you beat goblins, they lie somewhere around the same level as the golems, going off the level. Okay. Yeah, Hobgoblin Bomber, and yeah, the Hobgoblin Boss, who we've already seen. But, like, I didn't see these guys inside the dungeon I was just in, so I guess they're slightly different. Cool. Anyway, so once you're done with the ice elves and stuff, yeah, you get to have a fun time with the old orcs. They also have a fun quirk. They can do a battle shout thing, and if they do, all of their allies come running over. So, you fight one orc, an entire squad could just show up round the corner to come get you. It's also terrifying. So yeah, the stronger mobs have their own, like, unique little things going on, so they're just harder to deal with. It's great fun. There's the high orcs. They're even stronger. So their HPs don't look that high. But as you saw, like, using dagger with, like, you know, 20 damage, swinging at them, does 0.3 damage. They have high defenses. So that's kind of why they're, like, I think it's running out their vitality score, essentially. Like, our vitality, I thought it said a thing that you could make it so it's your health. I'm guessing that's a thing you can change in the config. But by default, your vitality doesn't increase your health. It just makes it so you're more durable. Yeah, these guys are very durable. So don't let the low health, you know, fool you. They're gonna hit like trucks, and they're gonna take a lot of damage. Also, there's their boss Tusk, who, yeah. So he's level 70. He's quite strong. He has magic, and I'm pretty sure he can grow bigger. And he's got a whole squad of orcs with him. He's quite tricky to deal with. Okay, so all the spawn eggs in the bottom part now are pretty much Not these ones. These ones are fine. All the other spawn eggs in the bottom corner of the chest, they're pretty much stuff from webcomic. I'm going to look at those later before I look at some of their stuff. So, yeah, I feel fine showing the ants. The ants have been shown. They are higher level because they're from an S-class gate. They are quick. They are... I don't have any unique properties, but they can fly. So, arguably, you're actually better fighting them in a dungeon. If they get out in a dungeon break, they are a pain to deal with because they can fly over the place. So, that's fun. Shadow Soldiers. He's just chilling. There are other variants. This is the most basic one. Actually, you look different. Didn't you used to have, like, other colory bits going on with you? You used to have more blue on you, I thought. Well, whatever. Yeah, if you become main character class, you can make Shadow Soldiers out of basic mobs like goblins. But, yeah, there are some unique models out there. There's just not spawn eggs for them. But that's fine. We can look at that later. Anyway, there's also Ignis. He's pretty cool. He's the job change quest, which I think triggers when you reach a particular level. I forget. Or, no. Not when you reach a particular level. When you complete, not lock on, when you complete all the basic quests. So, if I go and finish the golem hunt and do all that stuff, it will then give me the option for the job change quest eventually, which is part of the quest line. So, basically, you can do the job change quest at any point you want in terms of level, after you beat the requirements for the other quests. Thing is, though, the job change quest is based on skill to a degree, or speed as well. Essentially, you need to beat the quest as quickly as possible, and the more quickly you beat it, the more options you get for what class you can be. If you beat it under, it's like 3 minutes or something, then you get access to the main character's thing. So you have to beat all the mobs that appear at first, and then Ignis within a time limit. If you want to get all the best classes. So, a job change quest, you probably want to get pretty strong before you do it, and then have a crack at it to get your class. But anyway, there's also some human characters in here. Got this guy, level 88 S-class, shoots fire magic, doom-ba-doom. Her, level 75, which is kind of deceptive, because I'm pretty sure she's, like, a lot stronger than what he is in the actual show, even though he's a guild master. Different styles, but I'm pretty sure, like, it was said she's actually stronger, but whatever. And then you get this guy, who... So, I don't know if he ever spawns. I hope they add these guys as, like, actual spawnable things, because it would be cool to have the assassin guy be a thing that ends up potentially be variable to fight at some point. But yeah, right now they're in spawn eggs. He has daggers and blah, blah, blah. I assume he probably has, like, skills and things. But, yeah, for now, he doesn't really do very much. You just hear if you spawn him in, and you can fight him if you want to. I don't think he actually spawns right now, though. Oh, yeah. So that's one egg here I've been ignoring as well. Yeah, Statue of God's also here. So, if you're in a dungeon, there is absolutely a chance you can end up coming across this guy. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's happened before. Yeah, you can find this guy. I forget if any cool thing actually happens with it, but he has his own room. His own area exists. And also, yeah, his eyes do absolutely move, and he absolutely will shoot lasers and kill things and do all this creepy stuff. So, okay. That's pretty cool. Just quickly looking at the runestone really quick. If I were to click on the runestones a bunch and go back into the skills section and go back into the rune section, yeah, this gives us basically a couple of different skills you can learn from runes. There's a handful of different ones. Every time you click a runestone, there's a chance you'll get it. It will tell you you've already got this skill in Doom, but I think it still consumes the thing. But yeah, there's like Rage, Physical 1, Killing Intent, debuffs enemies nearby, Dragon Fear, similar to Killing Intent, debuffs enemies nearby. There's your things, they drain mana and stuff as well if you try to use them. But yeah, effectively, if you want to use a skill, your skill menu. Currently I'm on slot 1, I believe, so I just click on button here, and that puts Rage on thingy 1. Change slot, Killing Intent in slot 2, change slot, Dragon Fear in slot 3. And now I have the various skills there. They have got missing texture things, apparently. With that, I can rotate between my skills. And if I click the activate skill button, I've activated the Rage button. I'm seeing red as a cooldown. And, yeah, the skill doesn't last very long. It has a bigger cooldown. But, you know, for a brief moment, I would have been hitting it harder. So, there are a bunch of commands in this mod, too. Some being because you need to buy equipment stuff. You can send money to people. There's setting your daily quest, setting death punishment, which I forget. I don't think there's a death punishment by default. Yeah, you can set whether you want a death punishment to be on, which I assume just means you lose stuff if you die. But yeah, so you can set your floor in the demon castle, because you don't have to fly your way up the floors. there's not a lot of variety to the demons in there currently, so you might just want to do a bunch until you're happy, then just set yourself to the higher floors so you can find the bosses, because they're in there. Oddly enough, I didn't see the spawn eggs for them, but they're in there. Or, well, some of them at least are. Yeah, there's economy value, which is an actual thing. As you buy stuff in store, stuff gets more expensive. Testing. Gate balance. If you set it false, gates are now random. You have fun with that. But yeah, the size set kind of basically just has a ton of different stuff. You can set the gate color and things, gate destination, cool. Set gate spawning. That's if you don't want gates to be turned off for a bit. Set the max number of gates can be on or off. Set Necromancer retains. The reason why that command's there technically can only be one Necromancer on a server, normally. So if one person gets it, no one else can get it, is the typical idea. Set quest complete, quest ID, and then, yeah, shadow stuff. Yeah, you can set yourself to have the various titles. I don't know what TPS skip is. Wall attempts, what? But yeah, one of the more interesting commands amongst that pile, though, was the set job command. Because you can set your job. You need to type in the name of the job, though. So, yeah, you're probably going to want to go to the mod page to, like, yeah, list those for that one specifically, so you can actually have them. Because, unfortunately, there's no tab. I wish there was a tab option. You just tab through them. It'd be so much nicer. But, yeah, so, they are on the mod page. You can check the thing for the various different class names. But, yeah, for the options that are actually in, these are it. So, you've got the Assassin, the Ranger, the Support Mage, the Tank, the Fighter, the Fire Mage, and the Necromancer. Essentially, if you do the absolute worst of the job change quest, you'll get Support Mage. It is a healer. And a buffer. It's... aside from that, though, you can probably take a guess that some classes are more based on dexterity versus strength, aka like Fighter and Tank are based on strength, Assassin and Ranger are based on dexterity, and Fire Mage and Support Mage are based on intelligence, along with Necromancer being kind of a mix, because it's based on intelligence in terms of mana, but, you know, you're going to want to fight as well. But, yeah, essentially, you can set yourself to be one of those classes. Job name, Fire Mage. I'm assuming it's either going to be all one word, or... That one's a weird one, because it's two different words. Am I now a Fire Mage? Skills. Job Fire Mage is currently locked. Yeah, I don't think that works. I think... Yeah, See, that is the thing. If you don't type in the name stuff correctly, it doesn't give you the job. It's finicky, and I kind of wish it just gave you a tab option so you could just click the one you want. But okay, a simple one. Just take Tank. We're now Tank. That one should work, because we're now Tank. There we go. So because we click Tank, we've now got a thing. So we can now get Resistance Rise. Cool. What does that do? Pretty much what you'd expect. It gives you extra defense, would be the idea of it. And technically, that's all I can really do in terms of being a tank right now. But I think every 10 levels it would be, I would essentially gain another skill. So to that end, I would need to level up a whole bunch. Oh. Okay, so it's not command/solo leveling or something. It's /SL is the other command. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So, SL... Add experience. Me name. 10,000. And with that, oh my god, we're leveling up like crazy. We're level 36. So, yeah, this mod takes quite a bit for, leveling up. But because I leveled up a bunch there, I go into skills now. I now have access to Taunt, and access to Shield Dash, and I have access to apparently Guard Shock. And I don't know why that other one there is currently locked. That's a bit weird. Maybe you need a higher level for it. Okay, I get myself now 100,000, I'm now level 93. So, with that, also, because I've increased by, like, 90 levels, yeah, all my other stats have gone up by a bunch, and I now have access to 193 points I can put the thing, so we could add the Sense skill way up if we want to. Which I might as well, just to show it off a bit. I don't think there's a way to, like... quicken how quickly add ability points to, but then you're supposed to obviously add ability points as you level, so in theory you shouldn't be in a position where you have like 50 you need to add in. But yeah, because my agility's gone up, I'm now move way quicker. Cool. Okay, it's not really showing mobs any clearer, but there is literally a big arrow just telling me where a gate is, so actually I've got good enough sense I can just tell where gates are then. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, the reason why I did that is I want to see if that skill would become unlocked. It did not. Never mind. Unfortunate. But yeah, at level 93 though, if you went in gates, you'd be able to just find any gate at that point, including the big scary, like, S-rank gates, where the ants and stuff are, so that'd be fun. But, yeah, aside from that, yeah, just class-wise, looking at skills, most of the skills aren't exactly very flashy because a lot of them are just combat skills where you, like, hit someone and it does more damage, or something passive, or, like, taunt to draw them in. The flashiest ones are definitely Fire Mage. I need to try and figure out how on earth. I assume I have to put an underscore in, maybe? Or can I just put it as 2 words? I doubt I can put it as 2 words. Try it this way. Fire Mage. Is that how you work? Yes! Yes, it is. Okay, so with Fire Mage, now we have access to the fire skills, which... actually quite a few. They've actually added in more. So yeah, there's like Fireball, there's Explosion. Fireball in itself is quite good. Just in general, because it does, like, decent damage. But then, the bigger thing with it is it hits things multiple times, and it can hit multiple enemies. It's the first skill you get, but it's actually a fairly good one. I'm literally trying to remember how much of these are in from before. So Fire Blade is just a blade, a flashy fire blade, swings around, cool. Drains a bunch of mana though. Not like at level 93, not that much, but like, you know, it drains a bunch of mana for, you know, what you have on a general basis, and mine doesn't recover super quick. Fire Tornado pretty much drags enemies in and puts them on fire. It's pretty cool. Fire Storm, one we did before. Explosion. Blows up a spot. Cool. Fire Vortex. I guess one of the stronger fire moves. Although it just missed. Never most of that mana. There's Fire Sanctuary. Low mana. Yeah, I don't have enough mana for Fire Sanctuary. Try that again. Fire Sanctuary. What do you mean? Oh, I still can't use it. Oh god. Okay. 400 mana. 480 mana ain't enough for you, apparently. Okay, game. Well, it's times like this where you can just increase your intelligence even higher, but the idea that it requires more than 400... it probably requires like 500 mana then to use this skill. So, that's interesting. Yeah, I need to put my name in. Finicky commands, fill mana, me name. Blado. Alright, try this again. There we go, it's doing the thing. Awaken, dark flame, seats within me. I don't remember this. Reach my enemies. And with your heat, turn them to dust. Fire Sanctuary. I forget if that was in before. That is a full anime word talky bit. Okay. Okay, let's start playing around. Let's just yeah, go Necromancer really quick. So slash fill my mana back up. And yeah, so become keep clicking X, I keep thinking it's the button for the menu. Yeah, if we click to become Necromancer, that gets us, yeah, some interesting abilities like, Arise. And, yeah, I mean, as you level up, you also got other things. So, yeah, you get also the Stealth skill, you get the Quicksilver skill, you get the Monarch's Domain, which, gets shown off in the Orc fight. There's Ruler's Authority, which believe is, that's the Force Pull stuff in Doom Badum. Then there's Mutilation, which is it's basically just hit thing hard skill. And there's Shadow War. I don't even remember what that is. But yeah, so, Arise. Kill thing. It's taking more hits than I thought it would, because my power doesn't really go up, because well, actually, no, it should be going up, pretty much up. Yeah, Arise. So, yeah, the stronger you are an enemy, the more likely it's going to succeed. Click on thing. Arise failed. Thanks for that game. I'm level 83. Excuse me? Yeah, that's what I thought. What on earth? I literally level 9. God. What do you mean? But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, you got a Shadow Minion. Shadow Minion, you can do Summon Soldier and essentially bring them away or bring them back out. There is a cooldown. Cool. There's a unique model for some of the other guys here. You know, despite if I have a strength of 120, this is still taking way longer than I thought it would. I don't remember these guys being this tough. This is concerning. Okay, actually, I think I remember in the updates they said that bosses and things like Ignis and stuff are a lot stronger now. In the sense that they have, like, more defense and stuff, so that could be it. But yeah, so Ignis, Arise, there we go. So yeah, people like Ignis do not have a really cool model, essentially. I believe the higher your level is, the higher your soldier's level becomes. So that's neat. If we do Arise, not Arise, sorry. If we do Summon Shadow Soldier, yeah, we can bring him back in. We should then bring them all back out. I believe there's a way so you can set it so only certain ones come out at a time rather than bringing out your entire army. Because right now I have both Shadow Soldier and Ignis. And there's other things you can get to. Like, for example, the Orcs. They have your own model too. But, is it shift click? Yeah. By shift click it, you can set it so you just want, like, Ignis to come out, for example. He'll be with me. He'll help fight. The Necromancer class is very cool. It is maybe bound, so only one person can have it, so it's kind of first come, first serve. You want to do the job quest quickly. But also to do the job quest, you have to beat Ignis, and he's pretty tough. You have to do it within a reasonable time and not die, so, you know, there is that too. But yeah, I think as far as the normal stuff in mod goes, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, if you don't want to get any spoilery stuff, this is pretty much the point where, yes, that's all I can really show off without, showing off some quick spoilery bits. If you do want to see spoilery bits and some of the other stuff that's in the mods, yeah, there's a couple more eggs for me to show off. Like, technically, there are obviously a couple of our different dungeon types, and there's maybe a safe thing that spawns in, but, like, I don't know where it is. There's no, like, thing to find it. It just will appear if it appears. But, yeah, I can quickly show off some of the other kill mobs that are here in bits. So, other things that are in the mod. You've got Cassale. Kill. Make a shadow version of him. Get the demon boss. Oh, demon boss, that's him. That makes sense. Him I could have shown off. Anyway. Yeah, I've also got, yeah, the very smokes. Where? Mark of Giants. Where on earth is the Demon King? What? Okay, there's the brothers. Why is this guy here? Because he has a thing. So, there's this fun little thing. I don't know, I don't know what the implication of it being in is, but I think the idea is maybe, I assume the deal made, actually I'm not even going to say it because it's too spoilery. Essentially though, if you die in dungeon a bunch, there is a chance you'll just appear in the Riddler's domain, and they'll give you an option of a deal to give you power, and essentially make your unique class thing. So Mark of Giants, he appears after you get a certain level, you get the 3 keys. That's pretty cool. I've got Beater. You can make a unique shadow for. He's pretty strong in the head of the S-class thingy dungeon. Monarch of Frost. Can trigger a thing to fight him later. He's very strong. And there's Chemish. Massive Dragon. You can make a Shadow Soldier at him as well, apparently. Let's use the command to quickly get him. But yeah, if I do this really quick. Like a massive Shadow Dragon. That's so cool. You need to set it so he could actually be able to appear, because I don't think he has an actual dungeon thing. I think you have to actually make him appear itself. Or force dungeon break for him using the command. He's pretty strong because he's S-class. I'm actually going mad here. Oh no, there he is. There he is. There he is. He's called Baron. Okay, there's the lad. He's quite strong too. I don't know why he doesn't have a spawn egg, or I just missed it, because the name is not what I expected. But yeah, spoiler-wise, there's a bunch of stronger enemies just floating around. So that's fun. But yeah, that's a bunch of the stuff to look at in this mod. There's some cool stuff in here. There is, yeah, it's a whole bunch of different leveling bits, things to fight, more system stuff getting put in place. And mod is getting updated, so that's cool. I'm seeing little bits and pieces changing. I hope they added more, you know, enemies and stuff to fight, more, you know, dungeon things as time goes, more outfits and stuff. But for right now, we're getting at least more weapons and skills and bits, so that's cool. And yeah, little changes to menus and stuff is nice. But anyway, people, I think I'm going to take this outfit off. Now, I think that'll do us for today for this little mod review. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. I got a bit carried away looking at the stuff because I find some of this stuff quite cool. But yeah, that's Soul Leveling mod. Links down below if you want to check them out. It's for 1.20.1 Minecraft. And yeah, it's just some pretty cool stuff in it. It's, you know, still getting updated, so could see more potential cool stuff as time goes. But yeah, since I'm having a look through various mods that are, you know, I recently been updated and are cool and stuff. If anyone's got any suggestions for mods you'd like to see me take a look at, let us know in the comments down below. Do you think I should take a look at? Cause yeah, I'm looking for other cool mods to play and stuff and look at and potentially do series on. So yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, put them down below. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time for whatever Minecraft mod thing I end up doing next. Goodbye, everybody. Also, just want to say a quick thank you to all of these channel members for the extra support, and a special thank you and shout out to our elite members, the joining members MonarCH, and our ANBU members MonsterQ and AdenIsGone. Thank you all very much for the extra special support.